Welcome forward to part 5 of this very special vlog featuring my special guest, none other than Kennedy Prezedent Mensah, CEO of Back to the Future Music. Back to the Future Music.
No, you're not getting, no, stop it. Now you're rinsing this thing, man. You are rinsing this. I know we pay royalties, but Golden Bennett, I'm not, actually, you know what? I'm not giving you permission to cover my song. So you can't go and do no Back to the Future music, so I do representing and then you get paid.
Oh, it's an injunction now.
There you go.
You're giving me injunctions now.
Yeah, man. I'll take, yep, you can't. No, it's not allowed.
So we'll settle this on the football pitch, man. Stay there. Anyway.
Hold on. How's your neck? Oh, it's all right. Oh, no. 20 years worth of looking up. It's going to take another 20 years of you looking down for your neck to be okay again.
Can you slash your neck, please?
Red on me! Cause it's the Arsenal. Okay, got that out of the way.
Don't make me put it on you now. Don't make me put... Alright. So, we have now reached the episode where I don't know whether you call it fortune, misfortune, luck, bad luck, whatever you want to call it, fate, destiny, where these two worlds collided, where he was running his own company now called Back to the Future, and I was just making hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, and I just wasn't getting no publishing for them. We were just going through PRS, and you know, they didn't really have proper homes to go to where they would generate the moolah, so I can go to Tesco's instead of Lidl. You know what I'm saying? You know, 'cause I'm a Tesco's guy. You know, I'm a Tesco's kind of, well, I'm a food guy, wherever the food comes from still. But anyway.
I saw you there.
I saw me there. Anyway, so our meeting. So how did I get on the radar with you in Back to the Future music?
That's not the conversation, because the conversation goes a lot further back than that.
Right.
Because our conversation goes back to my early days of writing. So I know I've told you this story before, but the first time I was supposed to interview Lloyd Brown, it's early magazine days, the early days of my column, and Lloyd Brown is doing an event at, was it still called Shinola's?
Yeah.
I think it may have still been called Shinola's before it became known as Bel Air.
Bel Air.
So Lloyd Brown is performing, so Sharing the Night has come out, and I think Love You Down was now doing the rounds, and this is also before you did 291 Club. So I'd never seen you perform. And you were adamant. Who's your manager them time there?
Oh, it was Red Eye from Instigators, guitar player, Conway Kessler.
And if I'm not mistaken, oh, is that Red Eye's real name? That's Conway Kessler.
Yeah.
Oh, Golden Bennett. Okay, so also on that bill, if I'm not mistaken, I think General Levy was there as well.
Yes, and Junior Chin.
And I remember meeting Robert Ranks.
Right.
Robert Ranks was managing General Levy them time there as well.
Right.
So on the way to this event now, I've gone to pick up my girlfriend who lived in Finsbury Park, and I'm walking with my sister from South London. We drive all the way up there, and so we're going from Finsbury Park to Hackney via Tottenham, and I'm a bit late. So, you know, when you're young and you have this 2-litre car, you kind of drive not too slow, and there was this white van in front of me, and he was taking his sweet time. So I've gone to zoop him round the side, and I see these lines on the, you know when the divide line splits like this?
Yeah.
But it's just split. So I've gone whoop, bang! There was an island there, but the you know the yellow box thing on the island, that was not there. So I thought I hit another car.
Right.
So I'm controlling the car like this, and I've pulled over to one side, and when I stopped here, the 2 wheels on the driver's side were shattered in the road. Because the island had been knocked off, but the basement of it was still there, metal and concrete. So I lit that. So how I'm still here talking right now, and I always say, once your car shows you what death looks like, that's when you drive carefully.
Absolutely.
So from then, calm down. Like right now, no matter how fast the car can go, I don't have to know that it can do 130 miles per hour. I don't have to. I know it can. But I don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming to Shinola's, and I've had this accident. So I missed the performance. So I still managed to get to Shinola's, but you were just coming off the stage, dripping with sweat. Sorry, you were glowing.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you missed it. And I've gone, yeah, I just had a car accident. He's like, yeah, bless. It's going to one ear and come out the other.
No. Let me stick a pin. Now, performers will understand this. They will overstand this, right? When you give so much of yourself on stage, you exert that amount of energy on stage. See, when you're just done and you come off stage, you're going through this thing where you're coming down. So all the adrenaline that you had up there when you're on stage, you're coming down. So it's like anything, it's like you need time to come down before you can even start meet people, do meet and greets and all that kind of stuff. And you just need that little bit of time to just get adjusted. So when Prezi came straight and says, yo, did they in a car accident? You know, I wasn't hearing him. I was just glad that he was here, but wasn't glad that he missed the performance, but I was glad that he was here. Do you know what I mean? But him telling me about accident wasn't registering in my head whatsoever. So I don't want people to think that I was like unsympathetic to what his plight was.
Yes, you are.
I just didn't hear what he was saying.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. It's my story, I'm sticking to it.
So that's the first time we actually met that day in Shinola's. Then I think I was at Hackney Empire, or was it at Hackney Empire when you did the 291 Club today? I think I was with your green click suit.
That's the one.
I think I was there because them time there I'm writing for The Voice.
Right.
We used to get tickets for them things all the time. So you know, even though I couldn't afford the drink, I would get the ticket.
Yeah, there's the Coca-Cola them time there.
Nurse in the one drink, yes. Nurse in the one drink. So yeah, I'm sure I was there. But even if I wasn't, I seem to remember I was there because I was exuding so much pride that, because at that time in the early 90s, every time you went to a talent show, everybody went in to be an R&B singer. And yet the music that we were playing and we were loving was the reggae.
Yeah.
And every time there was a reggae act on 291 Club, they tear it down. I mean, some tear it down more than others. Not trying to boost anybody around here. Some tear it down more than others, but that performance was a historical one. Man, do I have to say that in front of you? Oh, gosh.
Take your time. I got all day, mate. I got all day.
So over the years, I would see Lloyd and I would interview Lloyd every so often. So we become bridging through the business, if you like. I mean, there's a few artists like that I'm kind of good with. I mean, but having said that, there's not many people that I'm not good with. But you were one of them that, you know, we had a level. So when I started the company, I think before I started the company, I had spoken to you when I was working for Westbury. But it didn't happen. Didn't happen. Then when I started the company, well, it was like, sure, it's time, man. Let's do this thing. So you were one of our early clients. Not the earliest, but you were one of the... In fact, let me qualify that better. You were one of our early name brand clients.
Right.
Yes. So, thank you, sir.
That's... How much is that now? How much is that now? I'm so gonna put this on repeat.
Oh no, and he gave him a compliment. Oh. Oh dear, oh dear.
Earliest name brand.
Yes, I think you were one of our earliest name brands, because one of the others, but that was actually, so a lot of what I do is informed by a lot of what I've done.
Right.
So if we go back to 2002, this is me at Westbury now.
Right.
And we got approached. Actually, it starts with we got approached by a company who were putting together a like an Art Deco book for Levi's jeans.
Right.
So they were doing a CD to go with the book, and they were licensing. Either they licensed Ring the Alarm, or they were licensed Starlight 17. But for each track that they were licensing, they wanted a little write-up. So I did the write-up to go with the Starlight 17 for this book.
Right.
And then the gentleman who was coordinating the project was like, "Raw, this guy knows what he's talking about." So then he was doing that for this young lady called Helen. Helen now leaves Levi's and goes to work for Puma.
Okay.
Puma sponsor the Jamaican athletics team. She's like, Jamaica athletics team, let's put the music and the athletics together. So she wanted to do a project. Initially she wanted to do like some 7 inches, and then we had the conversation and it turned into a compilation album.
Right.
So we do this compilation album for a campaign called, what was the first campaign? I think the first campaign was called Stick, 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 which culminated in an advert on TV where Usain Bolt is running, and you know when you're running the relay and you pass the baton, you shout stick, 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 and then the other one takes it. So that was the name of the compilation, Stick, Stick, Stick.
Right.
So I put that compilation together, again with some help from my colleagues.
Was that around the time when the Olympics was in Athens, right?
2 years prior. This was the World Athletics Championships in 2002.
Okay.
So for that now, that culminated in going to the Athletics Championships in Paris. So I go down there, and Buju was the headliner. And so Puma France told Puma England that there's not really a reggae audience in France. So bring Soul to Soul. When they told me, I'm like, yeah, what? You people, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. So, Jazzy and the crew were up there, they're doing their thing, but they're not a reggae outfit. So they were playing the tracks, but it didn't. And this is the time of Signal the Plane, Pon the River, Pon the Bank.
Yeah.
And this is also the time when I'm resident at Moonlighting. So every weekend, I'm just there shouting my head off. So I'm standing there and I'm like, yo, Jazzy, I saw the breeze, no? Yo, Jazzy, you mind if I go up there and do a little song? Because I'm a club DJ, man. This is what I do. Say, yeah, man, do your thing. Because you're backstage, and so you must have something about you for you to be able to get here. So now, this venue now was like, so you see like on the Thames, if you go like on the embankment. So if you stand on one of the bridges and you look out and you can see the river, imagine that, yeah. But a long one, yeah. So a long embankment, just people. And over there, so again, if you're in one of them park events or one of them festivals, the engineering tower is over there, right? So in the engineering tower, that's where the athletes were. So I'm on the stage like this, and I'm like, signal the player. And I've got a whole crowd doing signal the player. Then I'm talking to, and I know it was Usain Bolt, because you know how long he is. And I'm like, signal the player, Pon the River, give him a run. And so I had the whole place doing that stuff. So by the time I come off the stage now, MTV's in the place. They just go, who the is that guy? And they start interviewing me. So I had the place rocking. Then, a couple minutes later, I'm thinking, there's no compare. Who's going to bring Buju on? They're like, so then this one is like, so I go to that one, who's bringing Buju on? I'm like, I'm like, okay. So, Paris, are you ready? And I'm talking, and I'm giving it, and Buju's in the background. And he's like, yo, get ready. Ready. Bang, 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 bang. Buju! And then he comes on. So I rock the place. If I had to say so myself, I know how to rock the place. And the proof of the pudding is 2 years later. By now, we're not working so much with Puma because we did a lot of work with Puma them time then. And then by 2004, we weren't doing so much work because they now start working with VP, and then they moved on to like Elephant Man and stuff. So I get a call from my old mate Helen, who I haven't heard from for a while now because we're not working together so much now, and I'm not getting so much trainers anymore. But I had so many trainers them time there, yeah? I had one that was made out of marijuana, and it had my name inscribed on the inside. I saw me bad. I had, oh mate, it was serious. I was giving stuff to my barbers, man. I had so much. Yeah, them time there, I wasn't chatting to you, so it's cool. So anyway, so 2004, I get this call. Helen goes, yeah, we'd like you to be one of the compares in Greece. I'm like, eh? Okay. So we did 2 parties. We did one at the Langham Hotel in London, and then there was the one in Athens.
Was that the one where Channel 4 did film?
Yes. That's the we don't like talking about that documentary.
That infamous documentary.
We don't like talking about that documentary. Oh mate, that was a stitch up. That one.
That wasn't a good look, mate.
No, that was a stitch up. It was a stitch up. Because the thing was, the guy came in, and he was a friend of a friend, and he was like, yeah, so we've got this production company, and we'd like to do a film about how Jamaica got its pride back. So he had unfettered access to everybody. All go to Jamaica in Buju's yard, all sorts of stuff. So I remember, so it's the Olympics. It's Greece, the home of the Olympics. So it's big. So when we get there's no hotel rooms. So they had to put a lot of the coaching staff and whatever performers and stuff on this yacht. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's on a yacht. What can I say?
Such a bind. It's a bind.
I thought the yacht was all right, you know.
Yeah.
But when you're getting on the yacht, you had to walk with your passport. So like any of the artists, actually, who was Agent Sasco, Barrington Levi, Shaka Demus and Pliers were also performing on this thing.
Saxon was out there as well, right?
Saxon and Black Panther. He had to win a clash to get there. But yo, Panther not easy, man. Yeah, man. Because they had this thing in Pier 1 in Montego Bay.
Right.
And they called it the Road to Athens. And Black Cat with him foul mouth self. Bury everybody with him foul mouth self. And found himself in Greece. So when you're getting onto the yacht, you have to walk with your passport. So any of them artists there, they couldn't have no takeaway, if you know what I mean. You couldn't bring nobody with you.
Right.
Get to find out, because next door, there was this yacht. You know, like when you're driving and you're driving past a car showroom, and you see a car looking just pristine, like a Porsche or something, it's pristine. That's what this yacht looked like with a helicopter on it. Get to find out it was George Bush Sr. So that's why the security was so tight on our yacht.
Right.
So then I go to be the host of this big old event in Athens, and then it gets filmed for documentary on TV. So you can't deny that I was there.
Yeah, I was witness to that. To that, unfortunately.
Yeah, it all turned into something not good.
Right, well, we are going to cut this one short, and now we're going to move from Athens back to the UK, and in Prezedent's capacity as CEO of Back to the Future, his now day job, and he's going to be talking about the importance of publishing and what publishing involves for those who might not be au fait with that. So we will forward in part 5, right?
I think this is 6 now.
Okay.
You can chat, man.
God. Me! Soon forward.